hard to admit that I used to draw portraiture in a human form, doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing, moving his arm in a fusion of man-made tools and a muse from beyond. Even if it went beautifully wrong, it was tangible truth for you.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game is a matchup of two receivers, one a surefire future Hall of Famer, the other one of the hottest young wideouts in the game. It's Larry Fitzgerald going up against A.J. Green. So let's send you up now to the Queen City of Cincinnati. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Arizona Cardinals and the Cincinnati Bengals. And hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at our matchup here. You've got to believe that this is a game that might be won in the trenches.
Oh, without question. This is big person on big person, big unit against big unit.
Meat on meat.
Oh, you got it all. Pick your cliche, but we know this. The ground's going to shake, things are going to rumble, and they're going to have an impact on today's game.
Two of the bigger surprises of 2015, the Cards and Bengals, are underway on EA Sports. And now here's Ross. And he's up. Across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And an alley to run. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, if I submit David Johnson's numbers for the season, the running back for the Arizona Cardinals, 14 straight games over 100 yards from scrimmage, I think you'd say he's an MVP candidate, wouldn't you?
Absolutely, and he set the Cardinals record for most scrimmage yards in a season, but they're below 500. It hasn't been the year that anybody expected.
No, it has not been that in terms of record for the Cardinals, but a breakout year for David Johnson, one of the exciting young players in the NFL.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Get ready, blue 58.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Palmer. And that is incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And it's 4th and 4. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Back deep for the Bengals, Adam Jones.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
First carry now. This is Hill. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Ready, wide 20. Wide 20. Zebra.
They run it again with Hill. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense. There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way. They want to see that continue.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Underneath here to Hill. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
Blue 10. Blue 10.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
23 yards on the play.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Passing. It's Dalton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Hill stiff-armed him. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jeremy Hill, 38 yards. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it ends with a Jeremy Hill touchdown run. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think is making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Second down, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they covered things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there, and a really nice play resulted for them.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is that
there goes Jeremy Hill. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jeremy Hill, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play call.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And it's good to make it 14-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out now come the Cardinals. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Vontaze Burfict is a super talent and a fierce competitor. He can do it all at the linebacker position.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Here we go. 1, 18.
Palmer gives to Johnson. Oh, nice move. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
Holding offense. A penalty is declined.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Penalty. It's Johnson. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
Green's got it over the middle. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Last couple of games, A.J. Green's been absent, including Week 15 against the Steelers. But despite his missed time, he still leads the Bengals in receiving yards.
And really would love to play down the stretch because he is less than 40 yards away from his 6th straight 1,000-yard season. That's what he's looking for right now. They can't go to the playoffs. They can't get a winning record. I think A.J. Green would love to have that 1,000-yard season to finish things off.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone this time. Now a play fake here on 1st down. This will be caught at the 2. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside. Then
under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
They'll run it with Hill. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry. And they might think about going for it here, but it's still just the 2nd quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Brandon LaFell from 6 yards away. And the Bengals add on to their lead.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Now Palmer to throw. Now this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frosty Rucker in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Blue 58.
On 2nd down, Palmer. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes this down deep into Cincinnati territory. 1:59 to go in the first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running.
And that'll be caught by Gresham for a Cardinal touchdown. Jermaine Gresham from 6 yards away. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough they couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. On the return, it's Alex Erickson. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
All right, as we sit here right now, let's look after Week 15 teams that are in. Seahawks clinching NFC West, NFC East Cowboys in, AFC West Raiders, and then, of course, the Patriots out of the AFC East. Who do you like?
I tell you what, it's still hard for me to go against the Patriots, even though we know that Gronk won't play throughout the playoffs. They know how to adjust better than any team in football. But Dallas, I know people want to find a way to knock them out of this deal. I think the youth will be served for Dallas. And what Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott are giving them, I think the rest of the team is feeding off of it.
One team I didn't mention maybe that could make some noise, who?
I would say Green Bay, because they still have a chance to win the NFC North in a showdown possibly with Detroit in the final week of the season.
Here we go with Hill. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And a cutback left and a crease here. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jeremy Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it ends with a Jeremy Hill touchdown run. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go. As they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. So many times when I've been working with you, you've talked about a quarterback dropping it in the bucket on a deep pass.
Oh, boy.
You know where I'm going, right?
I know where you're going.
Ezekiel Elliott dropped his body into the bucket. It was his charity bucket behind the end zone against Tampa Bay after scoring a touchdown. How cool was that?
I thought it was one of the greatest celebrations for a touchdown I've ever seen. And you know what? It's a good charity, money going to feed families during the holiday season. And the numbers have shown that jump into the bucket has helped the bigger jump into the bucket to feed those families. So very cool. Now it's Palmer. It's caught. Nelson. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Palmer, caught, right side, Gresham. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now it's Palmer. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Jaron Brown, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Throwing is Palmer, and able to find John Brown. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? the better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And Gresham has it left side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the drive will wind up you. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he'll make it across the 20 as his... Hey, Charles, can you give me a water? Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Hill. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Kevin Huber now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Let's go, let's go. Wide 18. Wide 18.
On third down, Palmer. Dumping it off for Johnson. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's got Rome. And he takes this down deep into Cincinnati territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
It's complete to Brown, right side. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
One receiver right, that's Brown. Here's Palmer. He checks it down here to Ellington. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Carlos Dansby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Holding. Defense. A penalty is declined.
And tough starting field position here. Now a pitch out to Hill. And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
2nd down following the run. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. 2nd down, Dalton. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
And there was a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They send Green to the left on his own. A 4th down gamble with Dalton. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns it. To 6 points the other way, disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation, turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And not a good return here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line. And a look at Jeremy Hill as he heads back out there now. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you're doing across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They send Green to the left on his own. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. Well, partner, recently we've had a lot of MVP discussions. Here's the thing I wanted to ask you. A guy like David Johnson having a great year, but his team's below 500. Should he be able to win the MVP award?
Personally, I think so. I think what always hurts a guy like David Johnson in that position is if you have other people having monster years as well. So for a lot of voters, the tiebreaker is who's having a better team season. And that's what ends up eliminating guys like David Johnson, despite the year he's having. In any normal deal, David Johnson would be one of the top 2 guys for the MVP race.
Dalton now to pass. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. A big play. Dalton to his favorite target, Green. 45 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they've gone backwards so far in this series, 3rd and 13. On the toss, Bernard. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals defense getting ready to go again. They had the interception last time, led to a field goal.
And kept points off the board against them as well. What a great way to end a drive. Take it away and set your offense up to put points on the board themselves.
The only thing would have been better, a touchdown. Now they'll be looking to get the stop and lead to that here on the next drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
Now Palmer underneath for Johnson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 5. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right.
Let's go.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, Jerron Brown's got it. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
From midfield now, here's Palmer. And now this one's intercepted. A third interception for Palmer. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They come out here in the eye. And once again, Hill, he's been busy. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Look at the spin.
Balance.
A big pickup there on the run. 32 yards.
Well, that was a great example of what we've been told from the time we first put on pads as little guys in the backyard. Effort will be rewarded if you keep giving it. And how about that run? Broke through a couple of tackles, refused to go down, legs churning. I like what I saw there.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
We got three, fellas. We got three. Hey, 380.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green. Yards, and the Bengals add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Let's go. Blue 95. Zebra.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Gresham has it left side. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And give him 15 more, and it's another first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So they're operating in the red zone. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's 1st and goal. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
All right, now, 1-18.
Andre Ellington, his first carry. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
That's regular.
There we go. It's Palmer on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jermaine Gresham, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. They'll come out in the pistol. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Hill's hit, and he lost the football.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down, but that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll throw on 1st down here with Palmer. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now Palmer to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd and 1, it's Palmer. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. So he makes the grab and the change move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that 1st down pass.
Get ready.
Now Palmer on 1st down. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh?
And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Oh, passing it, Dalton. And a right side completion here by LaFell. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On the toss, here's Hill. A little 360. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, you might want to tear up your scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. 3rd down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it really well and picked up a 1st down. I love the way the edges were sealed, which allowed him to get to the corner.
They come up in an offset eye. Now carry number 20 here for Hill. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here. And now to the air, Dalton. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 41 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one?